listening to
thing.
this,
So,
if you're listening to this at work, you have this in a YouTube tab, you're gonna want to tab over and watch this, no matter who is close to you, because
yeah.
your boss is gonna want to see this as well. It could actually turn them onto the show, and that would be huge for us. It could increase our listenership by a huge percentage.
We actually are trying to increase our boss or CEO listenership, because I think changing the world from a grassroots way. Imagine if the grass started at the CEO level. We get a bunch of CEOs on board to change and start to change their hearts and minds.
Yeah.
Not only that, but we would also get to sort of experience what it's like being a CEO, which I've always been curious about. Not in an unethical way. I wouldn't want to be a CEO that is not practicing absolute 100% ethical, situational decision making, etc. So, as Jacob was saying, if this is
well, just one thing before we start is that I think you're touching on something really important about grassroots.
Yeah.
And you're right. Is grassroots at the CEO level is, I think, addressing the biggest problem with grassroots is because it's almost from the bottom, from the lowest, from the ground, where it's like grassroots is sort of obsessed with people who wouldn't be considered successful, and so we're sort of we're hoping to have an approach where we're flipping grassroots on its head and it's kind of starting it from the top.
It's almost like a grassroots on from a hill, from a mountaintop grass root.
Or even from the tops of the blades of the grass, we could get out of the ground altogether.
Right. Right.
And get to a middle distance about chest height of an average sized human being, and start growing the grass from there.
Yeah. I mean, hey, this is.
Or, at this point, we could even imagine a completely different plant. We could do a sort of ficus that's just free floating.
Wow.